Hey, I'm Lawrence from Iwood Cosplay. Today I'm going to show you guys how I made these. So the first thing you need is your pattern, your needles, your blades, of course your Sharpie, and your blade sharpener. You're going to need various thickness of foam as well. I'll have those all in the description down below. And of course, contact cement and a chip brush to put them all together. I'll start by transferring the pattern onto the foam, like so. With the Sharpie, I'll carefully trace the pattern out. I'll do that for the other side as well. There you have it. Always make sure your blade is sharp before cutting foam. These curved edges could be challenging, but with patience you can get it down. You want to make sure the blade is 90 degrees throughout the entire cut. Here I'm going to remove my first cut and then begin my second. Once again, sharpening my blade before I begin. Once you're done, your pattern should look something like this. So this next part is in the instructions of the pattern, but if you're like me and prefer a video, here's how you do it. You take the ridge pattern, position it into this corner of the foam, pin it down, and then mark this end. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the other end. Once I've made my mark, I'm going to come back with a straight edge, making sure the edge of the ruler lines up with the marks I've made earlier. Really holding down the ruler, I'll cut the strip out like so. This strip is supposed to represent the width of the gears, but in this case, it's a little too short as you can see. This isn't too big of a problem, we just have to do the strip again on the long end of the foam instead. Here I'll share with you a technique in how I make long strips. Here I'm using a 6 feet steel ruler. So what usually happens is the ruler begins to shift as you cut the strip. All I'm doing here is clamping down one end to prevent that from shifting. So I've already cut the 2 strips of foam we need. All I'm doing now is pinning this piece of foam to this corner and then rolling it along the edges to determine the total length of the strip, which you will see is 26.5 inches. So when you actually go ahead and make this pattern, you can just cut out 26.5 inches and your top circumference should be okay. However, if you want to scale the pattern up, this is the technique you'll have to do. Now I'm going to do the same thing for the inner circle. So here I find that the inner circle is 16.5 inches long. So once I have my 2 strips cut, I'm ready to heat seal the foam and then apply my contact cement. So here I'm just using a wooden board as a base because I don't want to warp my new cutting mat. Here I'm just pre-curving the strip to make assembly easier downstream. To make the gear, I'm going to apply the contact cement to this edge of the foam and onto this side of the strip. After you apply the contact cement, give it a minute to dry before putting the pieces together. Because of the nature of the foam, you're going to have some push and pull when assembling this. This is going to cause a slightly longer strip on one side, which is not a problem. You can always come back and trim it off like I'm doing right now. Now it's time for the inner circle. Now this is going to require a lot of patience. Watch as I struggle to put this piece in. This is actually really hard because you don't want the strip to make contact with the gears at any place you don't want to. Okay, so I'm going to stop you right there because after a few minutes of editing this video, I realized what I should have done is I should have started with the inner circle first before doing the outer circle. This would have saved me a whole lot of trouble, and hopefully you guys won't have to do that. Alright. It's not the end of the world, it's just a whole lot harder. Once again, you're going to have a little overhang, just trim it off like so. And there you have it. Now to save you and I some time, I've already cut the next few pieces with the laser cutter. The kit comes with everything you need to put a gear together. You can check it out in the description down below. Now this piece is very important in my opinion, because it determines or serves as a guide for the ridges on the gears. Now to apply this piece onto the gears, I'm going to use my favorite sprayed adhesive, which is the Loctite 200. I'll have that in my affiliate link in the description down below. Give it a shake and evenly spray it to both sides in which you wish to put together. Fan it out for a second, and then you're ready to apply. Carefully place the side gears onto the gear. Making sure these ends line, and then firmly press the 2 pieces together. Now we're going to position the gears like so. Starting from one end, we're going to mark where the ridges are so that we know where to apply the contact cement. Once you're happy with your position, then apply the contact cement to both surfaces. And there you go. Once you have all the ridges on, you should have something that looks like this. Now you just have to put this detail on the other side. So when using the spread adhesive, sometimes the edges tend to lift off, just like in my Bakugo tutorial. Just come back with some super glue to take care of this. Okay, and that's it. With this build, just heat seal it with the heat gun, plasti dip it, hit it with some red, and you should have something that looks like this. So here I put some battle damages on it. That's completely optional. I'll have that in the next video if you guys want, or I'll have it on a card somewhere right there. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions on this build. Definitely follow me on Instagram if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Like if you like this video. And until then, I'll see you guys next time. Bye.